This is Kampot Pepper, the champagne of pepper. From one tree, farmers produce 4 different colours. Compared to common black pepper, Kampot Pepper offers a stronger flavour and aroma. Chefs and locals describe it as pungent, fruity and citrusy. Online, a kilo of black Kampot peppercorns can cost over $70. The rarest, white peppercorns, can cost over $100 per kilogram. The wholesale price of regular black pepper from Cambodia is less than $4 per kilogram.
មានតែម្រេចហ្នឹងហើយដែលទ្រទ្រង់បានអញ្ចឹងមានដំណាំមួយហ្នឹងហើយដែលថាទ្រទ្រង់ជីវភាពគ្រួសារបានណាហើយក៏មិនចោលដែរ
Voon, like his father before him, is a pepper farmer. He follows strict requirements so that he can sell his pepper as kampot. If everything goes well, there could be big profits. But this year won't be easy. Voon could lose half of his harvest and the profits that come with it. So, what does the future have in store for this rare pepper? And why is it so expensive? Only pepper grown in these specific areas of southern Cambodia can be sold as kampot. In 2016, the European Union awarded pepper grown here and in neighbouring Kep province a protected geographical indication. A PGI states that the environmental factors of this region make the pepper unique, like real champagne or Darjeeling tea. For farmers like Voon, the price premium from the PGI is essential.
វាមានរសជាតិឈ្ងុយឆ្ងាញ់ជាងម្រេចកន្លែងណាទាំងអស់ណា
Growing pepper is hard work. Even on large farms, workers pick each cluster by hand. The berries are small, and vines can grow over 5 meters tall.
នេះបើវាទុំចឹងនិយាយថាបើវាទុំស្រស់គ្នាអញ្ចឹងទៅយើងបេះលឿនហ្នឹងហើយយើងបេះវាយើងប្រើពេលវេលាតិចតែ10ចឹងទុំតែ3ចឹងវាយឺតទៅហ្នឹង
Green peppercorns have a fresh, citrusy flavour, but they're not as spicy as the other colours, depending on how long berries stay on the vine and how they're processed. Farmers produce either black, red or white pepper. And while there is demand for green peppercorns, workers can't just pick everything all at once. Picking too early means pepper can't be used for the more valuable red and white peppercorns. The longer a pepper stays on the vine, the more it ripens, developing the flavour.
ពីក្រៅចឹងនិយាយថាពីក្រៅកន្លែងសបកវាផ្អែមទេប៉ុន្តែដល់ពេលក្នុងហិលខ្លាំងហ្មងលេបអត់បានទេហិលខ្លាំងណាស់សាក់មួយថាហិលឬក៏អត់ហើយហិលឆ្ងាញ់បាទឆ្ងាញ់
The demand for Kampot pepper outside of Cambodia grew in the late 19th century when French colonists started exporting it to Europe.
Kampot pepper is so special that nobody can really just use a word to describe the whole thing. But to me, Kampot pepper it's intense, it's spicy, it's pungent. It has a very, very beautiful fragrance that's very important. But another thing that is special about it also is about the coloring, that it stays beautiful and fresh so long time. For me, growing up in Cambodia and use a Kampot pepper all my life, and then use other pepper, it's almost like using the pepper that is not peppery, but it's also a bit earthy and not as pungent, and also not fragrant. It's very, very hard to compare. So the process of roasting it helps the peppers to spread out the aroma, and that's also make a dish very fragrant and beautiful. We're gonna be adding a few rows of this fresh and green peppercorn. Ooh, beautiful, really beautiful. Okay. For me, cooking amazing Cambodian cuisine, it starts from each individual ingredients. So peppercorn is one of them, but Cambodia has a lot more to tell through food.
សពថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំហូបប្រចាំថ្ងៃដែរតែបើថាសំខាន់អានេះគឺនៅប្រចាំនៅក្នុងក្រុមគ្រួសារ
Last year, Voon harvested around 500 kilos, but this year he might not even get half of that.
ប៉ុន្តែឆ្នាំនេះអត់បានទេឆ្នាំនេះបាត់ជាងពាក់កណ្ដាលឆ្នាំនេះវាត្រូវភ្លៀងត្រូវក្តៅតែអញ្ចឹងផ្កាអត់ជាប់អាមេរិកដែលចំការដែលយើងធ្វើនេះអត់មានប្រើថ្នាំពុលទេដល់អញ្ចឹងវាចៃវៃខ្លាំង
Using natural fertilizer and no harmful pesticides are two of several certification requirements Voon must follow.
ដល់ចៃវៃខ្លាំងវាអត់ជាប់ទេវាធ្លាក់អស់ហើយយើងអត់ហ៊ានប្រើថ្នាំពុលទេក្នុងឆ្នាំនេះឆ្នាំទៅបាន500គីឡូឆ្នាំនេះប្រកែណាបាន100ជាងឬ200ទេព្រោះយើងមិនដឹងធ្វើម៉េចជាមួយចៃ
And Voon says if farmers don't follow these rules, they could be kicked out of the association.
អាការដែលគេដាក់កំណត់ឬក៏គេឲ្យយើងធ្វើនេះយើងពេញចិត្តធ្វើដោយខ្លួនឯងផលិតផលត្រូវតែមានគុណភាពសភៅបន្ទុកអត់មាននៅនឹងស្រាប់អត់មានឲ្យប្រើទេបើអ្នកណាហ៊ានប្រើអញ្ចឹងនឹងវាអាចប៉ះពាល់ដល់ផលិតផលដែលយើងធ្វើគ្រប់គ្នាហ្មងវាប៉ះពាល់ជួនកាលដូចឆ្នាំតោនោះផ្លែច្រើនហ្នឹងវាយើងរកចំណូលបានច្រើនទេបាន6-7ពាន់អញ្ចឹងដែរទៅណាតែបើដូចឆ្នាំនេះអស់ហើយអត់មានទេឆ្នាំនេះបានតិចវាអត់ទៀងជួនកាល7-8ពាន់ជួនកាល6-7ពាន់អញ្ចឹងបើឆ្នាំនេះអត់ទេឆ្នាំនេះប្រហែលជា2-3ពាន់ហ្នឹងអស់ហើយអស់ខ្ពស់ហើយហ្នឹងណាអញ្ចឹងអាការដល់ពេលយើងមកទូទាត់ទៅសល់ក៏វាមិនមែនសល់ទេវាប្រហាក់ប្រហែលតែគ្នាហ្នឹងវាបានថាមកថាទ្រទ្រង់ជីវភាពគ្រួសារ
Back at Voon's house, he sorts the pepper by ripeness and removes any defects. Careful, clean sorting is also part of maintaining certification. After sorting, Voon and his family wash the peppercorns, then they lay them out on raised beds to dry. As the pepper ripens, it turns from green to yellow to red. Each colour peppercorn undergoes a different process, and each has its own culinary use. Farmers dry yellow-green pepper into black peppercorns, which have a strong spiciness and aroma. Their taste is more floral compared to unripe green pepper. Red peppercorns are sweeter and have a fruitier aroma. Chefs also use them in some desserts. To get white peppercorns, Voon boils the ripe berries and removes the skin by hand. Locals describe the taste as pungent, with notes of fresh grass, lime, and even anise. Chefs also use white peppercorns to avoid black speckles in sauces. To remove the skin, Voon presses the peppercorns against the side of this basket. Finally, Voon is ready to sell his pepper.
បើអារឿងកើនវាចេះវាឃើញទេតួលេខកើនប៉ុន្តែអារឿងសល់យើងវាអាហ្នឹងជារឿងមួយផ្សេងទៀតយើងវាចំណាយវាច្រើនដែរអារឿងហាងឆេងនិយាយពីផ្សារវាមិនអាចណាដឹងបានប៉ុន្តែរាល់ឆ្នាំខ្ញុំលក់អត់ដែរសល់ទេបើគេអត់ទាន់ទិញទេយើងលក់ឲ្យឈ្មួញកដាលឈ្មួញលើក៏តាមចិត្តយើងអញ្ចឹងណាយើងលក់បាន
One of the largest farms in the region is La Plantation. Depending on the year, it grows around 8 to 12% of Cambodia's Kampot pepper. One of the owners, Nathalie, doesn't find demand to be an issue. She's optimistic about Kampot's future.
I think every year we sell our whole production and we buy a lot from small farmers. I think Kampot pepper will grow because tourism also is back, so more and more people are coming back to Cambodia. All the people, when they try Kampot pepper, they fell in love with Kampot pepper. So no risk that the demand will decrease.
La Plantation has access to overseas markets that smaller producers don't. To meet international demand, the company buys and processes pepper from other farmers in the region.
What is important for us also is to help the small farmers who cannot access to international market. So we as a farmer, producer and exporter, we buy a lot every year of Kampot pepper from small family farms, and they are doing a fantastic pepper, so we are very proud of their pepper and the quality of the pepper produced.
Large farms have the resources to navigate the fluctuating market and to cash in on the tourist potential of the protected geographical indication. Much like a vineyard, La Plantation has opened its fields to visitors for tours and tastings. But if demand doesn't increase, large farms could make it difficult for smaller farmers to compete. Even in the face of these challenges, Voon says he can weather the competition.
ក្នុងនាមខ្ញុំអ្នកស្រុកហ្នឹងខ្ញុំក៏ចង់បានដូចថាអ្នកពីចម្ងាយមកក៏ធ្វើដូចគ្នាទៅបើថាអ្នកដែលចង់បានចង់ទិញដីធ្វើក៏ធ្វើដូចគ្នាទៅអញ្ចឹងបើអាចធ្វើបានក៏ធ្វើទៅប៉ុន្តែគ្រាន់តែថាអត់មានចំណែនមានអីទេបើថាអាចធ្វើបានហើយជួយរកទីផ្សារគ្នាអញ្ចឹងចង់និយាយថាជួយរកទីផ្សារគ្នាបើបានគ្នាច្រើនទៅបាទជួយរកទីផ្សារគ្នាដែរចំពោះយើងដែលគ្រួសារតូចតាចវាពិបាកបន្តិចដែរបើថាការប្រកួតប្រជែងប៉ុន្តែយើងអត់មានត្រូវប្រកួតប្រជែងទេព្រោះសមាគមយើងមានសមាគមជាបង្អែកមួយសម្រាប់ប្រកួតប្រជែងជាមួយនឹងក្រុមហ៊ុន
Wholesale prices for Kampot peppercorns range from $15 to $28 per kilo, depending on the colour. But prices can reach even higher. La Plantation sells black peppercorns for $50 per kilogram and white and red for $60 per kilogram. Online, it charges almost double that. For comparison, other peppercorns produced in Cambodia sold for around $3.45 per kilogram in 2022. Since earning the geographical indication, Kampot pepper's production has increased dramatically from around 16 metric tons in 2010 to over 100 in 2021, although it's still less than 1% of Cambodia's pepper harvest each year. And the wholesale prices of Kampot pepper have tripled since 2009, which means more profit for farmers like Voon. The problem is demand. The annual production aims to satisfy tourists and export markets. But recently, there's been oversupply. In 2022, Cambodia exported around 79 metric tons, a 31% drop from the year before. The Kampot Pepper Promotion Association attributes this slump to a reduction in international spending. This can be a challenge for small farmers. If there isn't enough demand, they might have to sell their pepper below the market price. Some farmers have moved on from pepper production altogether. There's been about a 7% decrease in the number of Kampot producers since 2019. Even so, the total number of producers is still 70% higher than it was in 2015. Voon's family has been farming pepper for decades. But like many in Cambodia, they had to stop in the 70s during the deadly Khmer Rouge regime. After some time, they were able to start again. Voon's farm now has around 600 vines.
ខ្ញុំគិតថាសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំប្រជាកសិករក្នុងភូមិនេះហើយក៏ជាអ្នកផលិតករម្រេចក្នុងភូមិនេះណាខ្ញុំគិតថាបើបានតែប៉ុណ្ណឹងក៏គ្រប់គ្រាន់ក៏យើងអាចចង់និយាយថាយើងអាចជីវភាពទ្រទ្រង់ជីវភាពបានខ្លះហើយក៏វាមិនបានយើងចង់និយាយថាវាមិនទទួលភាពវេទនាអីចង់និយាយថាបានមកគ្រប់គ្រាន់សម្រាប់ក្រុមគ្រួសារតូចដូចខ្ញុំ